Hello everyone and welcome back to MLP channel. Today we bring you the video about Cris Cyborg, who is widely regarded as the greatest female mixed martial artist of all time. Let's try and get to know more about her.
Cristian Justino Venancio, also popularly called as Cris Cyborg, is a well-known American Brazilian mixed martial artist. Born on July 9, 1985 in Curitiba, Brazil, Cyborg was the most dominating figure in women's MMA history for more than a decade. She conquered the featherweight division in 3 different organizations and paved the way for the next generation of female fighters. She's also the only MMA fighter in history, male or female, to become a Grand Slam champion, holding world championships across 4 major mixed martial arts promotions. As of now, Cyborg is under contract with Bellator MMA. Cyborg was previously married to MMA fighter Evangelista Santos, aka Cyborg. She adopted his nickname and became known by the name Cris Cyborg, even after they had decided to call it quits in December 2011. She announced her engagement with her longtime sweetheart, trainer, and former MMA fighter Ray Alb in 2017. Cyborg was a national-level team handball player in Brazil before being discovered by Rudimar Fedrigo, a Shoot Box Academy trainer. She made her anticipated United States MMA debut in July 2008 against Shayna Baszler at Elite XC, unfinished business, and won the fight by TKO in the second round. Cyborg later signed to fight for Strikeforce and rose to prominence when she won the Strikeforce title on August 15, 2009 by defeating Gina Carano via first-round technical knockout. After a couple title defenses in Strikeforce, Cyborg made her debut in Invicta FC, where she defeated Marlos Koinen to be the Invicta featherweight champion after concurring 2 different organizations. Cyborg finally signed with the UFC in 2015 and made her promotional debut at UFC 198 against Leslie Smith. She defeated her opponent via technical knockout to begin her UFC career with a bang. One of her best bouts of her career was when she won the featherweight championship after defeating Tanya Evinger. She was also able to defeat Holly Holm and Yana Kunitskaya in her next 2 matches. Her only UFC defeat came after she went out to Amanda Nunes at UFC 232. It was her first defeat since she lost her debut fight. Her last UFC fight was against Felicia Spencer at UFC 240, where she won the bout via unanimous decision. She holds a 6-1 UFC record. On September 3, 2019, it was announced that Cyborg has signed a modified deal with Bellator MMA, where she's the Bellator Women's Featherweight World Champion, having held the title since January 2020. The Brazilian just unstoppable when she's inside the octagon and never lets opponents dominate over her in the game. This is quite evident from the fact that 18 out of her 23 wins have come through knockouts. According to MCM, Cyborg has a net worth of $8 million as of January 2021. In 2018, Cyborg legally adopted her teenage niece, making her historically the first mother to hold a UFC championship belt. Cyborg tested positive for anabolic steroid in 2011. She received heavy backlash for this move. Chris is one of the most feared MMA fighters on the planet when the cage door closes, but her brutal side feels like a distant dimension when she's in her backyard. It's not rare to see MMA smashing machines surrounded by dogs or cats at home, or even horses on farms. But Cyborg went a step further, building a pet zoo. I love animals. Being with them is a hobby, Cyborg said in an interview with MMA Fighting. Every animal Cyborg has in her home is adopted. The list of pets is so long, and the 35-year-old MMA vet had to stop and count the pets currently in her California home: 5 chickens, 1 pig, 1 parrot, 1 parakeet, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and some fishes.
That's all for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you have any recommendation for our channel, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe to support our channel. Thank you for watching. See ya!